All right, quiet on the set.
Lights, camera, action. Why do many minorities feel excluded from society? What is the significance of the unconscious mind? How does the play The Dutchman by Amiri Baraka signify the common misconceptions of Black people in relation to violence? In this class, Professor Gilbert divides the content into two sections. In this first section, Professor Gilbert proposes the concepts of difference, privilege, and intersectionality. The idea of difference can be explained as each individual in society having various characteristics that are separate from one another. And Professor Gilbert explains his scientific theory that explains how he believes difference became prominent. He states how individuals were previously tribal, living in different areas from one another, without any interaction with these other groups. However, after encountering each other, they were able to acknowledge the significant differences that these tribes had. As well, the concept of privilege can be explained as individuals who are provided easier access towards opportunities as a result of various circumstances such as gender, sexuality, race, as well as socioeconomic status. And this allows many people to feel inferior to others where they believe as though they do not belong to society based on these specific circumstances. In addition, the concept of intersectionality shows how each person has various aspects to themselves and how they can intersect with one another. Having intersectionality allows members of society to feel included and feel as though they have a right to be who they are. In the second half of the class, Professor Gilbert explores the play The Dutchman by Amiri Baraka, known as Leroy James, and its significance in relation to the common misconceptions of Black people. Baraka wrote the play during the Civil Rights Movement, and it deals with issues such as race and politics in its subject matter. And this is considered to be holy theater, as it is written through his subconscious. This is shown through a statement. When I wrote the play The Dutchman, I did not know what I wrote. You cannot limit your mind by what you know, but if it is legitimate, you can find what you are saying. And according to this, Baraka did not know what he even wrote when he wrote this play. However, it was his ideas that were written through his inner thoughts. So the plot of this play takes place in a subway car where a Black man named Clay is being flirted with by a white woman named Lula. And as the play progresses, one is able to see how she becomes abusive and even accuses Clay of pretending to be white and betraying his own race. The play concludes by Lula stabbing Clay and is seen entering another subway car with another Black man, which is shown how she is continuing the cycle of her actions. This is significant as it highlights how minority groups must assimilate in a specific culture. However, this assimilation is only going to be enough for these individuals to quote-unquote pass society's expectations as opposed for them to excel. This play reverses the stereotypical notions of white and Black people, as there is this fear of white people being attacked by Black people due to these common misconceptions of Black people, predominantly men, being violent and abusive to white people, predominantly women. And as well, we can use Aristotle's principles of Greek theater to express how theme and style are prominent within this play. This is since the theme of racial and gender inequality applies today in relation to society's expectations of individuals and who they need to be based on their gender, on their race, and things like that. As well, the use of style is significant as it is written with surrealistic poetry, a language that gives the imagination and dreams as much precedence as logic and reason. Thus, the concepts of difference, privilege, and intersectionality, and Amiri Baraka's play of The Dutchman, allows one to understand the stereotypes in relation to race and gender, and how one can overcome these common misconceptions one has about another. And cut.